Hey all, Sean here, back again with another edition of Game On Cards and Collectibles. Today I've got a 12 card PSA blind reveal. Now this particular order was a value order for cards from the 70s and 80s, so a little bit different, something different today than what I would normally send in, but I'm excited to see how I did on these. This order came back lightning fast from PSA. Probably took about, actually less than a month. I think four weeks tops, door to door. So really great job. Now this was before the backlog that they're currently experiencing. The backlog that's likely due to a lot of people sending in cards before the National. So I know I've experienced bit of a backlog on my current order that's sitting there. With this order in particular, this one was checked in within, I think, 3 days of them receiving it, where the current one I have sitting there took about 7 to 10 days before they checked it in. So I know they're experiencing a little bit of a lag time right now, but this order thankfully made it in before that. Now if you're expecting to see a really good gem rate today, it's not going to happen. I knew when I sent these cards in that these would be a lot of cards that are near mint or maybe mid-grade type of grades. There are a couple in here I am expecting or hoping to have high grades on, but I'll talk about those as they pop up here. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Now first up, we're going to have a USFL card from the mid-80s. I believe this is a 1985 USFL Sam Mills, Hall of Fame linebacker who later played with the New Orleans Saints and Carolina Panthers. And hoping, I had the pre-grade on this one as a 9, so I'm hoping for a 9, but would not be surprised based on the off-centering you can see here on the back, it might get an 8. Yeah, so hoping for a 9, and I got an 8. So not too surprised on that. I think I had I gave myself about like a 60% chance of a 9, a 40% chance of an 8. So just fell on the other side, but still a nice card. The front is really sharp, surface is good, centering is really good on the front. It's just, they may have dinged me a little on the back. In general, I think harder grades coming from cards in the 70s and 80s like you'll see here today. Just a little more scrutiny, I think, involved. But that's just my opinion. Next, we have a 1972 Topps. This is the Roberto Clemente. It's not officially a Roberto Clemente because it's a World Series card. I did pre-grade this one at a near mint 7. And it comes back an X to mint 6. So a little lower than what I would have hoped, but still a fairly decent grade for a Roberto Clemente of an early 70s card. It's actually my first Roberto Clemente, and glad to have it. And hopefully I'll be upgrading that in the future. And next up we have a 1978 Topps Outfield Rookies. This is going to be the Andre Dawson rookie card. He shared it with amongst other players on the card. I pre-graded this one as a near mint 7, and it comes back as a 6. So again, a little bit lower than I thought. Maybe some extra scrutiny here. Yeah, I just feel like with a lot of these 70s and 80s cards, they're just really tough to get near mint or higher grades on. At least that's my perception from PSA in recent years. I don't know, tell me what you guys think. Have you been sending in any 70s and 80s cards recently through PSA, and are you experiencing similar things? Let me know. Next up, we have a 1985 Topps Oral Hershiser rookie card. I felt pretty good about this one. I felt like it was likely going to be a 9, but had a slight outside chance of a 10. Ooh, and it comes back a near mint 8. Well, I was completely off my rocker, I guess, on this one. Really felt strong on this one. I thought the left or right centering was really good, as well as the top and bottom. There was really no edge or corner issues. little disappointed that that one came back as an 8. So really, there's no value in the 8s from this particular card. Next, we have a childhood collection card. This was mine when I was a kid. I wanted to have it graded. I think it's okay. It's probably, I pre-graded about an 8 likely. I don't think it's really any better than that, just some off-centering issues. And that's exactly what it come back as an 8. So this is one I asked for I think Christmas when I was a kid. I really wanted to have one of these because I couldn't ever pull one on Upper Deck, and I did get one. I've held it the whole time, so I'm glad to have this one. Although it does have some, looks like it's in a different type of holder for some reason. It doesn't have the foggy glass on it. Anyway, moving on. We have a Dan Marino 1984 rookie. This is also from my personal collection when I was a kid. Figured I'd go ahead and send this one in. It looks okay. I have it pre-graded as a 7. There's some off-centering both front and back. And it actually came back an 8, so a little surprised. It was actually one higher grade than I anticipated it being, so I guess that's a good sign. Once again, card I had as a child, but there is some definitely off-centering front and left and right and top and bottom. But yeah, at an 8, it's got a little bit of value, so that's nice to have, and glad to have it slabbed up. Now this next card I'm pretty excited about. I actually purchased this as a BGS Raw Review 8.5 Drexler rookie. I'll go ahead and throw an image of it up here now as the Raw Review grade. Outside of a little bit of whiting on a couple of the corners, I thought this one had a good chance of a PSA 9, which would bring it some nice value, so that's what I'm pre-grading it as. So I'm pretty excited to see what this one gets. And it comes back, an 8. Wah, wah. Yeah, I just really thought this one had a strong chance of a 9. The centering is really good, front and back. Left, right, top, bottom. Surface was really good. Just a couple little whiting on a couple of the corners, but they went in the other direction. Maybe I was just wanting a 9 and not actually thinking it would pre-grade a 9, but either way, still has a little bit of value at an 8, and we're moving on. I've got a Bears checklist here. This is a 1979 Bears team checklist. It has Walter Payton on it, so I was interested in seeing what this one would do, and it comes back an 8. Not too bad. That's pretty much what I thought it would do. Team leader card. Again, you can see definitely there's some left-right off-centering, but pretty solid card overall. And glad to have it in my collection, even at an 8. Still a nice card. Now next we're going to have another Walter Payton. This is a 1981. These are really tough to get good grades on, so I pre-graded this one at a 7. That's pretty much what I'm hoping for at this point, is a near mint 7. I know it has a lot of centering issues on the front and the back, but overall, pretty decent eye appeal. And let's see what we get. And it comes back a 7. Okay, so I got that one spot on. Not too bad. Having a lot of plastic shards and debris on the cards. I wonder if anyone else is having that same issue. I don't know if it's the way they package them or they're still, from the molding or what, but having a lot of stuff on the surface, which can contribute to them the slabs getting scratched. So not a big fan of that. Hopefully they can clean that up in future processes, future orders over at PSA. Next we have a 1987 rookie of Jim Kelly. Not an official rookie if you consider it a USFL card, but Topps rookie anyway. And I have this one pre-graded at an 8. There is a minor issue on the back. They're like a fisheye, I think they call those, little circles from the print die. But let's see. And it comes back a 7. Yeah, a little disappointed on that. Really hope that it had an 8. I know there's a little left-right centering issue on this one. Again, 1987 is a tough year for good quality grades. Even when they look sharp, they still are highly scrutinized by the grading companies, PSA in particular. So would have liked to see an 8 there, but it gets a 7. So Maybe I'll crack it and resend it. Who knows? Next up, we have a rushing rookie leader. This is going to be for Earl Campbell. Now, this is his rookie, but it's not technically his official rookie card. It's a team leader card or rookie record breaker. So, and it comes back an 8. That's pretty much what I thought it would get. I knew it would be difficult to get a 9 on this. Again, the grades are really tough. There's a little bit on the bottom left corner. There's a little bit of a scuff mark that really is not really able to clean that up. All right, and heading to the home stretch, we have a Jose Canseco. Now, this is a 1987 Fleer. I think what do they call these, like Future Stars or Hot Stars, something like that. It's a little bit more of a short print. I had this graded at a 9. Oh my, it comes back a 7, so I was way off on that one. Thought this one looked really sharp. Red bordered cards are tough, but this one was really clean. Yeah, Hottest Stars. Not a lot of these out there in a high grade, so I really wanted to take a chance and hopeful that this one would turn out well, but it didn't. So nonetheless, not too surprised on the order. Wasn't expecting any gems today. Glad to have these slabbed up. And overall, you know, pretty much what I expected. So appreciate y'all being here with me today. Wish you well. Have a great day, and we'll see you again real soon. Take care, everybody.